Hello, my name is Samantha and I'm known here on YouTube as the Hygge Stitcher. Welcome to my home here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me, and if you're brand new, I hope you find something here that will be enjoyable for you to watch while you're stitching. That's always good. And I've been going through my collection of patterns, and I have been going through my list of projects, and I thought it'd be kind of fun for us to hang out together and to go through some of those projects that I haven't touched yet in 2024 and to go through them, and as well as to show you some of the projects that I have been working on and what I plan to do over the next year. So with that being said, I thought I would jump in. This is a stitch that I started a while back. This was a birthday start 2 years ago. This is Dutch Beauty. And sadly, Dutch Beauty has not been touched yet this year in 2025, or 2024, but I plan to change that. I have been thinking a lot about my samplers, and I've been thinking about, spending some more time with them throughout the year, every month working on something sampler, something Mirabilia, kind of switching it up. And this is a project bag, really adorable fabric that Erica and I had made together last summer. It's really beautiful. Oh, it's got this cool little back pocket that I keep the pattern in. And the fabric that I'm stitching Dutch Beauty on is a 40 count vintage country mocha. This is a huge piece of fabric, and this is where I've gotten so far. The last time I had touched this, I was working on the border, making my way down, but I have completed the first a little bit more than one page, but this tree and the windmill and the girl there and the deer, there's some birds in this tree. What I really love about this fabric, the vintage country mocha, is that it gives it that mottled look, vintage look too. And some of the colors in Dutch Beauty, I think it's called ghost stitching, where you almost don't see the stitching, it just sort of disappears into the fabric. And that has happened in a few, like here's a bird. It's happened in a few of the colors, but I actually really love it this way on here. So let me just open it up. This is gonna be huge. Dutch Beauty is a huge undertaking. Look at it. I can't even get it all on the screen. And when I measured this fabric, it was just enough. Like, look, it's gonna have like a 2-inch border around. So just perfect for this stitch. It's absolutely humongous. 40 count. And if I ever want to finish this, I'm gonna need to bring it out more often than once a year, right? And to get some more stitching done on it. But look at all this. Oh my gosh. I honestly think that this is gonna take me 10 years. I'm not even joking, it's gonna take me 10 years to do this. But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this process. A large sampler, 40 count. I think when this is done and hanging on my wall, it's gonna be amazing. Oh. And there are others. I follow in a Facebook group page that's all about, Dutch Beauty, and seeing others who have stitched it or have come close to finishing it. It's really inspiring. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a huge accomplishment when I finish it. So this is something that I plan to bring out really soon and get some more work done on Dutch Beauty. So now that I've set it on camera, I'm gonna have to do it. Yes, but I like I said, I really do love it. It's really pretty. So coming back to that soon, Dutch Beauty. Here are the beautiful colors. Look at that. The pink, the blue, the yellow, the brown, the beige. There's so many beautiful colors in here. Yes. That's a fun one. You know, I feel like it's something that if you are watching this now and you're like, oh, I have Dutch Beauty in my collection, or, you know, thinking about purchasing it, just know that it's going to take a long time. Some people buy patterns and stitch on one project until it's done. And I think in that case, this project would take, if you were just working on one, a year, maybe 2. You know, it's big. Let me see if I can find the measurements for you, other than just telling you it's a large stitch. Does it have it in here? I think I wrote it out for myself. 640 by 400. And on 40 count linen, I needed a 36 by 24. Oh, it's a big one on 40 count with a 2-inch border. So yeah. Okay, here's another one. Here's another sampler that I absolutely love. I'm keeping this in a Little Boat 88 bag. Really beautiful. This was a gift from my family for Christmas 2 Christmases ago. Let me show you the inside. It's really cool. Well, I love it. I love it. It's got some roosters in there. That is so great. Love it. Okay, so in this project bag is the 2020 Pandemic Sampler by Sarcy Girl. This came out in 2020, and Christy, Sarcy's Girl, she released this pattern, and it was completely free for stitchers to stitch on to get them through the pandemic. It is an absolutely beautiful stitch. I am stitching mine on a 40 count. This is, picture this plus, I believe it's called Ancient. And I started right in the middle of the design. And I haven't stitched in 2024 yet, but I will. This has been calling me. Look at those colors on there. This is so pretty. See, my samplers don't have enough stitching on them. Very little. I would love to get a sampler under my belt that's like, well, get one done for one, but also to have a few of them that are, you know, in the middle stage, or you can tell it's got lots of progress done on it. So that's my goal. Here are the beautiful colors. This was a Miss Asada silk conversion for the chart. Still available. You can still purchase these. Look at them. I'm stitching this with Sarah Lady Lugana. She had actually gifted me these silks, and we had started it together. Really, really beautiful. And I can't help but think about her when I have this stitch out and stitch on it. And we keep each other motivated. So I haven't seen her stitch on this year either. So I wonder, you know, if she sees this and gets inspired to stitch on it as well. Those colors are so pretty. Yeah, and it looks amazing on this fabric. I had a hard time deciding, should I stitch it on a dark fabric, kind of like the photo, or do a beige? And I thought this was gonna make a great sort of compromise, you know, do it on beige fabric, but it's got those deep grays and blues in there. Cool. Yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. Those houses are huge. This is Lady Lugana's house, and this is my house. Sarah has a house that looks kind of like this. It's white and navy blue, and has many, many windows. How cool is this? So it's a free pattern. You can go and download this anytime. I'll link it below. Every time I show this pattern, somebody asks, where did you get it? Send me the link. So I will do that below for the 2020 Pandemic Sampler. Need some more progress. 2024. So coming up right away. Here's another stitch. Not a sampler, but another stitch that I have been thinking a lot about that I haven't touched yet this year. This is a Mirabilia Stargazer. Have you been watching Laura Lala D Stitches. She just finished this this month, and her latest video, I think it was her latest video, I'll link that below, where she shows her finish of Stargazer, and it is absolutely incredible. The fabric that she has chosen, the colors just complement it, and she's completed all the beading, and it's magnificent. So, you know, she's inspired me to get mine out. I've got it on my table now. It's a plan coming up right away to stitch on this. This stitch is not one of my oldest ones, but it is my Mirabilia that is the farthest along. Out of all of my Mirabilias, this one's the farthest along, and she's coming close to a finish as well. Here she is. I have some work to do down at the bottom. Oh, she's so pretty. I'm stitching mine on the called for fabric. This is a 32 count amber, I believe it's called, by Witch Hilt. She's so pretty. Oh, and seeing Laura's done with all the beading and everything that she has done. One of the things that she changed about the chart, and I, you know, seeing hers, I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna do the same. So there's beading in her dress that come down here, and you can't see it in this photo very well, but there are some beads that kick out and do little swirls around her dress. And she took them out because she didn't think that they made sense there. Like, she wanted all the beads to be up at the top and to showcase all the sparkle and the stars. And I love that. I think I'm gonna do the same. Yeah. But imagine, pretty soon. I'm not sure if I'll finish it this year, but definitely coming up right away. You know, 2024, 2025, this is gonna get a finish. Beautiful. I feel like Stargazer is one of those pictures that if you stitch Nora Corbett Mirabilia designs, chances are you've got Stargazer in your collection. Whether maybe you've stitched it already many, many years ago, because the chart came out in 90 something. Oh, 2006. Still, that's an old chart. 2006 when it came out. But many, many Mirabilia stitchers have this in their collection and have stitched it, or have, you know, got a whip like I do, or have it hanging on the wall, right? Fully framed. It's beautiful. It's a must stitch, I think. It's a must stitch. So there we go. I'm gonna bring her out soon to stitch on. And then I have two small projects here that are a part of my 30 projects. I mean, I'm getting up past 30 now, but about a month ago, I had reached my my goal of reaching 30 whips and getting them into the 10-10-10. And this is one of those patterns. It's a small one, but it's a whip. It's from, it's called Common Thread, and it is from Hello from Liz Matthews. She designed this. It was a free chart for the Common Threaded Stitcher, which I'm wondering if this is going to come out again. Common Threaded Stitcher usually happens once or twice a year, and it's basically like a retreat for everyone that from home, right? Like, you can post on Instagram and share who you are and where you're from and what your story is, and then they have like fun prompts throughout the weekend. And I've always really enjoyed them. It's a great way to sort of meet other stitchers. And every time that it comes around, I stitch on this pattern from Hello from Liz Matthews. Really, really cute free chart. Here's where I am. Now, I don't have the name of this fabric. It's a Lugana. It's a light pink, even weave. I think it's 32 count, and not a ton of progress, but I've done the center and the hearts, and I would really love to get a finish on this and to create it into a pillow. So there's a heart with a needle going through it and a really fun border. Easy, easy stitching. I should actually bring this to the cabin with me. I feel like, you know, I can hold it in my hands. It's only got a few colors. This would be fun to work on. So another project I haven't touched yet this year. But typically Common Threaded Stitcher has been usually in the month of August, I feel like. So the ones that that put on Common Threaded Stitcher is Kia B. You need to go follow her. If you're listening to me talk and haven't heard about Common Threaded Stitcher, There is an Instagram account, and I believe it's ran through Kia B. So really, really fun. You might want to go follow that hashtag and follow Kia for any new updates for Common Thread Stitcher. That'd be really fun. Yeah. Okay, that's all the info on that one. And then one more small little one. This is, do I have the picture here? Well, this is, maybe I put it in here. No. This is a little Mill Hill kit. I'll show you what I've stitched so far. It's called Azul, and it's a little skull, like a sugar skull. So that most of the stitching is done on this. It just needs, there's a few more colors, a few more to do, and then it's the beading. So I have all the beads here. There's a coming with all the colors and all the beads. It's gonna be fun. I love doing Mill Hill kits. I need to get more of these. I really do enjoy stitching on the perforated paper. I hear some people, you know, talk that some enjoy it, some don't, but I really do enjoy just having a small little project every once in a while that is easy to hold and still has that fun element of, you know, to do beading and add sparkle and things like that. Now, I'm not sure if I'll get more sugar skulls because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this after I'm done. I think if it was a little, you know, holiday, that sort of thing, that I can make it into an ornament for a Christmas tree, which I think I still may make this into an ornament and put it on my tree. But it doesn't make, you know, or I don't have any decorations that are Halloween themed yet. So we'll see where I go. But I definitely do want to finish it. So I guess maybe this Halloween, maybe around that time in the fall, I'll get a finish on that because it won't take me long, that's for sure. And then I have one more project that I have not touched. And this one is a stocking. Every time I bring this out, I'm like, oh, I should stitch on it. I'm never gonna finish this if I don't bring it out more often, you know, even once a month or once every 2 months. Because this is a Dimensions Gold Collection stocking, and there is a lot of stitching in this. But I love it so much. And this is actually my first stocking. So wouldn't it be great to finish it one day? And then I can get going on stitching one for each member of my family. I really love the idea. You know, some stitchers out there who have stitch a stocking for every family member, and then they have stockings that they've stitched for like nieces and nephews, and every time there's a new baby they stitch another stocking, and I adore that. I think it's amazing when stitchers do that. I would love to do that one day. You know who has a lot of stockings in their collection? Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher. She has a huge collection of stockings that she has stitched in the past, and she really inspires me. Her stitching, like, I don't know if she's done Dimension. Maybe, like, she's done kits for sure. And boy, I think some of them are vintage, like they're from the 90s, and I really adore that. I would love to stitch one of those charts one day. And another person I'm thinking of is Amanda, Lucky Chance Stitcher. If you're not following her, you need to go follow her. She just did actually her last like three or four videos. She has been on a like finishing kick, you know, where you get those stack of finishes and she's like, that's it, I'm framing them all. And every video she's like, here's another finish and here's another finish. I'm gonna link her below so that you can go check out her latest videos because she's had some really amazing finishes. But what made me think of her just now is she has done, it's a huge project. It is Mill Hill Christmas Village. And I think every year or every other year, Mill Hill comes out with a new stitch. And over the years, she has compiled them all and stitched them on fabric, all together on one big, huge piece of fabric. I almost fell over when she showed it in her last video, how far she has gotten. I don't even know how many are there, 12? 15? Like there's so many of those, like all in a row. And I think she has plans to do 4 more and then she's done and getting it framed. It's gonna be epic. Amanda, amazing, that's so inspiring. And I really like, you have to go check out her Christmas village. It's impressive. So go check that out. But she does do a lot of stockings too. And she has some great stocking stories. I've been following her for a while. But what do you think of this one? This one's called, I didn't tell you, Enchanted Ornament Stocking. And I'm using the called for fabric, all the threads, everything in there. And I can tell, I haven't done the back stitching on this yet, but I can tell that it's going to be fantastic. You know, once I get that back stitching around that ornament there, like look at the way that the colors pop off of the fabric. This is gonna be so good. And I believe there is sort of like the light blue in here is all half stitches and there's those white snowflakes throughout. I don't even have much red on here, but those cranberries and that cardinal, whew, it's gonna be so good. So I'm thinking for the month of July about doing Christmas in July. So hopefully I'll get some more progress on my stocking. It'll be really fun. What about you? Are you gonna do some holiday stitching over the month of July? Some people get right into it and some people are like, no, I'll stitch on it in November, December. But I do like to bring out, I have reindeer that I've been stitching for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I have been stitching these reindeer by Nora Corbett. And what my plan is every December, I start a brand new reindeer. And then I just stitch on it for like over the holidays a little bit. I don't finish it, I just work on it for like a week. And then I put it away and then I finish it in the month of July. So that's really fun. I'm gonna show that. This is what I started last December. This one is called Dancer. So I'll show you my progress on Dancer. And in the month of July, I'm gonna get a finish. Come fully completed with all the beading and everything. And then I'll keep going. In December, I'll start a new one. I thought it would be kind of fun to show you some of my plans for Christmas in July, as well as what I'm going to stitch for the remaining of the year. I have some projects that I've been kitting up, and I thought it would be fun to show you where I'm at on that process. But here's Dancer. You see that okay? 28 count. Twilight linen. I'm stitching them all in the same color. So I have done most of the reindeer. I think I have a few more ribbons to do. The tail's in, but it's not back stitched. And then I have to do all those trees. You see those trees down at the bottom? And then the border. A little bit of like ice sparkle down here. Oh, look at this. Dancer has, looks like bracelets. That is so cute. And then around its nose and around its neck, it's like got necklace on. That's gonna be so cute. So I've been stitching these for a while now, like I said, and many of you over the last year have been saying how much you've enjoyed, you know, seeing my reindeer and feeling inspired to stitch them too. I saw a lot of comments of like, I just ordered, you know, this reindeer, or I ordered them all, or I got the sleigh, that sort of thing. So if you're one of those people and you have this in your collection, one of the reindeer in your collection, get it out in July and come stitch with me. It's gonna be fun. I haven't created a hashtag or anything like that, but I thought it would be fun to mention that I'll be working on mine, and if you'd like to join me, you can. It's gonna be a good time. Christmas in July. If you're not stitching a reindeer, but you are participating in Christmas in July, let me know what you have decided to work on. That'll be fun. I'd love to hear from you. So here is a pattern that I did talk about in my, you know, Christmas, December video. This was a chart that I had found at a thrift store. Was very excited. I was with my daughter, we were shopping, you know, and she's looking where she likes to look and I'm looking where I like to look, and this caught my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a Joan Elliott pattern. It's called Santa's Gift. And to be honest, I had never seen this chart before. I just saw it on the, on the counter, and it was like, that is coming home with me. I think it was like $2. And I have been talking about wanting to stitch a Joan Elliott for, I think, the past year. And there it was, sitting there like, Samantha, buy me. You need to stitch it. And I took it home. I shared it in my video that I had found this chart and that I was considering, what fabric to stitch this on. Something similar to this, right? And then viewers had mentioned, well, on the cover, it says that this has been stitched with Pole Stitches designs, their fabric, and it's called Silver Lining. 28 count Lugana is what the sample on the front shows. And I've thought about it so many times. I've gone to the website, I've almost clicked purchase, but I was just like, I don't know, it's from the UK, it's traveling far, and I couldn't do it. And last month, a couple months ago, I had purchased some fabric and was thinking about patterns that I'd be starting soon. And so I did go ahead and purchase a fabric. Not from Pole Stitches, one day, but not today. This is, did I do 28 count? I did 28 count Crystal Dwarf Lugana by Picture This Plus. This is the first time. I'm excited, I'm nervous and scared all at the same time. This is an opalescent fabric, not really showing up in the camera here. Maybe you can get a little glimpse. It's sparkly. This is an opalescent, which I've never used before, but I feel like this color with the sparkle, with the Santa, I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. So fabric is purchased. And then what I have done, this is fun. Like, stitching is fun. We all know that. But part of me really enjoys the kitting up process. When you're gonna you got the fabric and then you go and get the floss all put together. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to do this one a little differently. I usually use floss away bags to do my, like this, right? Get all the colors on a ring, put the gems in there. But this one I had decided I'm gonna use I had a couple of these left over. These are the Loran MasterCard, where you put you write the number and you put the thread down. And so I've got 2 cards here. These are the colors for Santa's Gift. And yeah, that was fun to do. It was really fun. And it's gonna look amazing on this fabric, I think. Let's see if I can show you a little bit better. I put the colors on and thought, yep, that's gonna work well. When you're using red, it can be tricky deciding on what fabric you're going to use. But I thought that the red did pop off of the color of fabric really well and complement it. But the greens and the blues and the white, they're gonna look awesome on there too. And look at the yellow. So the yellow is a part of the sack on the back there. Looks like there's presents and a teddy bear. And then this stitch has a ton of white. See the polar bear and the bunny and the owl. And then Santa's beard and jacket, of course. Oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna get a start on this in the month of July. Oh, I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to do a Joan Elliott, just to be able to get that under my belt and to say that I've stitched one, and also using an opalescent fabric. Getting that experience as well. I have a feeling I'm gonna fall in love with it. The part I'm scared about, I've heard some people say that they don't like stitching on opalescent because of the sort of scratchy, sometimes it can feel a little scratchy as you're pulling through. That's what I've heard. But I think I'm gonna fall in love with opalescent fabric. I've been wanting to try it for a while. And also I feel like when you're stitching Christmas, it's the one time that you can just like go a little crazy and get something sparkly. And I believe this stitch does have beads and Krynic as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does. So in Santa's outfit, do you see the stars in his, is he wearing a dress? It's like a long winter's coat, right? He's in the snow. Yeah. I'm excited. So yeah, there's lots of really fun stitching in here. I'm very excited to start my Joan Elliott. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun kitting up. One more thing that I'm gonna work on in the month of July. This is a new thing that has just happened. You need to go follow Karen, the Stitching Owl, as well as, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, Michelle and Sheryll. They are the two Bay Stitchers. Both of them are Canadian, and they have come up with a really fun idea that I'm jumping in on. It's so fun. It is called #CanadaSwaps. So Karen, Michelle, and Sheryll have created the hashtag, and basically the idea is to stitch a small. If you're Canadian, this is for a Canadian swap. If you're a Canadian stitcher and you want to join, basically the idea is to stitch a small before Labor Day, and you need to reach out to Karen, Michelle, or Sheryll and let them know that you're participating. And what they're organizing is they're going to figure out who you're going to send your swap with, who you're going to send your small to, and in return somebody will send you one. I think it's really fun, and I said I'm going to do it. And another thing that they had talked about was stitching a small pattern, 6 inches, but stitching something by a Canadian designer. So I went through my collection. I was like, what do I have? What can I stitch? What sort of small can I do? And this is something that my girlfriend Erica had sent to me years back. We were going to start this together at the cabin. She did hers already, I think, but I hadn't started mine yet. This is called Beautiful Finishings. They're basically, it's ornaments by the Victoria Sampler. And there are 3 options. This is the one I saw Erica do while we were at the cabin together. And I was a little intimidated by like sort of the hard danger situation here on this ornament. But there are 2 other ornaments here that have cross stitch in them, and then, 1 rose sort of thing. Or yeah, this one has a few roses in it. This one only has 1. So maybe I'll do this one. I can figure out how to do one of them. But that's so cute. And so in the month of July, it'd be really great to get this stitched up. And when Erica comes to visit me in August, maybe she could help me finish it. And then we can get it shipped off before Labor Day for the Canada swap. That's so fun. Thank you so much, Karen, Michelle, and Sheryll, for putting this together. It's a lot of work organizing these things, and I think it is going to be really, really fun, and I'm happy to participate. So I'm going to get a start. Why not? In Christmas in July, do a Christmas ornament. So I'm sharing my secret, I guess, of what I'm going to stitch. But I'm just really excited. I've got the thread and fabric already. There's a hoop in here. So the Victoria Sampler, this is a lot of times what they do. They'll create a kit. They'll list all the supplies that are in there, and all you do is just purchase the pattern and the kit. It's all there together. Everything you need. So, and I think, yeah, there's 3 pieces of fabric in here for 3 different ornaments. So I would love to get a start of that on that in the month of July. Should be a good time. Should be fun. So that's July. Now I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through what are my plans until the end of the year. So I have for each month a new start. So for the month of August, like I said, I've been really busy over the last couple weeks putting this all together, figuring it out, making sure I have all the supplies. A few of them I'm missing a couple of pieces, but I will get them. But for the month of August, I really wanted to start a new Mirabilia mermaid. And I went through my collection. I went through the website to see which one I wanted to do. And no matter which one I had picked, they were all full of charms I didn't have, or they had silks that I didn't have in my collection, and it would add up really, really fast. So I was trying, like I've been trying to tell you, I have been trying to use up what I have, you know, going through my collection of fabric and finding a pattern for it. And this was just a perfect alignment. I'm gonna stitch a new mermaid, but it's a free chart. This is a Mirabilia mermaid that was from a retreat years ago, 2017. I'll show you from back here. This is the chart. It's really, really pretty. It does say Mirabilia, and then it says Australia down at the bottom. So I'll leave the Australia part out, but I'll probably do the Mirabilia and do the mermaid. And the fabric that I'm going to stitch it on was actually a gift that I was given by Sarah, Lady Lugana. She went to the Nora Corbett retreat last year to meet Nora and at the Queen City Stitch Retreat. And while she was there, she picked up some fabric for me. And this fabric is called Nora. It's from Grace Notes Fabric. It's a fat quarter, it's linen on 36 count. And when I had received this, I was like, yeah, it's screaming mermaid. A mermaid needs to go on here. So there's enough fabric here that I could actually stitch 2 designs on, like one mermaid and maybe something else on the other half. There's quite a bit here for this chart, so I'll probably cut it to size. And I had the colors to stitch it. Easy, not too many colors. And it had a couple of water lily silk that I had as well. So these 2 colors are Pine Forest and Bermuda Reef, which I think I had left over from Tree of Hope. I think that was one of the colors there. Oh, but how pretty are those gonna be on this fabric? Ah, love. And I did a floss toss. All the colors look amazing on here. So that'll be my August Need a New Mermaid stitch. Get to use that, find a purpose for the fabric, that Nora fabric by Grace Notes Fabrics. So amazing. And then in the month of September, I have talked to you about this before. This is Autumn is as Joyful by Leela's Studio. To add to my collection of Quakers, you can see Spring Quaker here. That's the one I'm the closest to finishing. And Summer Quaker behind me there. Almost 25% done, somewhere around there. But this is going to be a new start along in September. I'm going to start on the first day of autumn, September 22nd. It's a Sunday. So if you would like to join, the hashtag is going to be Autumn is as Joyful Sal. You can join in. So I have the chart. I've kitted up all of the DMC that's required for the stitch. All I'm missing is fabric, which I'm gonna spend a little more time thinking about what I wanna stitch it on. What I'm gonna do with 36 or 32. I haven't decided yet in what color, but I'm thinking something very similar to what is chosen here. It says 40 count Winter Brew by R&R Reproductions, which I don't think I'm gonna do 40 count, but I might do a color similar to Winter Brew. Pretty. I really do love the fall colors in this. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so that's September. In the month of October, I'm in the middle of kitting up Gigi. Last month, I finished a bewitching pixie called Luna. And so this October, I have 3 more of these. So I'm gonna start another one in October. This one's Gigi, Bewitching Pixie by Nora Corbett. I love this one so much. I love the broom. I love the black kitty and the beautiful colors. So I've started to kit up the colors. I've made a list. There's a couple more DMC that I need. I have the milk chocolate fabric by Witch Elves. So that's gonna be pretty. So that'll be my October. And then in November, this one I have shown you just recently as well. Now I have ordered fabric from Oak Crown Studio, and I just got a shipping notification that it is on its way. And I cannot wait to show you. It's called Firefly, and it was inspired by this stitch, Firefly's Berries by Lavender and Lace. Oh, so I have the colors. Just need the fabric, and I think this would be really fun to start in the month of November. And when the fabric arrives, I am going to share with you. And you know, I just got the notification, Oak Crown Studio, let me share with you, because I haven't even received the fabric yet and I'm already wanting to order again. But Amy, Fiber Arts Amy on YouTube, she is Oak Crown Studios, and she just put a teaser on Instagram a couple days ago that there is a mermaid treasure chest available on her website. And basically what the mermaid treasure chest is 3 fat quarters of fabric that will be inspired, you know, for mermaids to be stitched on, as well as it'll have like some small assortment of Stitchy, you know, Stitchy related items in the box as well. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tempted to go and get that. But I thought I would share on here so that if you're wanting to go check out her website, I'll link it below so that you can go check it out too. And then I've already kind of touched base a little bit about Nora Corbett Retreat by the Queen City Retreat. They just posted a few days ago as well that they released the dates of the next Nora Corbett Retreat. It's going to be in October. I believe it's the 16th to the 19th in 2025. Do I want to go? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, very badly. The last Queen City retreat, when Nora was there, I was following along, you know, when people were posting their pictures and little videos and things like that. I was like, I can't believe I didn't try harder to get myself there. So I'm really hoping that, you know, we've got lots of time. I believe registration starts in January of 2025. So it gives me lots of time to think about it and to plan and to think about going to the retreat, because I think it would be absolutely amazing to meet Nora Corbett and, you know, to meet other Mirabilia lover stitchers. That would be a lot of fun. But I'm going to link all the information below for the Queen City retreat if you're watching this right now and hadn't heard about it yet, so that you can go check it out. There's a Facebook group page. There is an Instagram account that you can follow, and there's lots of ways to figure this out. So Maggie, Kitschy Whips, she is organizing the Queen City retreat, as well as Amy, Fiber Arts Amy. So the two of them have teamed up and have, you know, started the retreats, and they have a great information for you to look up if you're interested in going, to get yourself, you know, to figure out how to go, that sort of thing. But I'm very excited about just the news and the opportunity about a new Nora Corbett retreat. I'm very tempted, and hopefully I can go in 2025. That'd be amazing. All right, one last project to show you. This is Christmas Eve Couriers. This one's Comet. This is going to be my new stitch in December that I have already stitched, like kitted all of the reindeer up. I have the fabric and all the threads and all the charms and everything to stitch these so that I'm ready. The fabric's ready to go so that I can get it out and stitch on it and start a new one in December. A lot of fun. So this is it for all of my patterns that I wanted to show you, but I thought it would be fun to go through what I've been stitching on. And one second as I move a few of these things out of the way, because I have a finish. I have a finish, and you know, I wasn't planning on finishing projects, but I had made a list of all of my 30 whips, and they're in order of when I started them. And when I look at that list, I'm like, which ones haven't I started? Which ones haven't I stitched on this year? And I'm just kind of going from the top down to the bottom. And this was a stitch that I didn't have much left on. This is Owl Forest Embroidery Patchwork Calendar. I started this in February 2022. And when I had first started it, I had, you know, a goal for myself to sort of start each one in the month, you know, because I go through the months. and I had started it in February. So this is the February. So the way they have it laid out on this, like at the front here, this front photo is by season. So this is winter, spring, summer, and fall. So this is January, February, December, and it just kind of goes through. So I went through and I finished the last square, which was December. And these have been a lot of fun. So I've been taking this to the Winnipeg Embroidery Guild. Typically this is what I stitch on, or maybe it's something that I'm currently working on, but I love to grab these. They fit in a 8x8 Q-snap, and they've just been really, really fun to stitch. They're all individually, the fabric was individually cut so that you could stitch each one. And I plan to make these all into a project bag. The goal is to have 12 project bags from this stitch. But this one was almost my favorite one out of all of them. I tend to do that. I tend to leave the best stitching for last, my favorite part. But the colors on here really drew me in. On the camera, it's not really showing that great. You can see the definition. There's like a purple and a gray, but it's like sort of like a plum. The dark color is plum, and then like sort of a fuchsia pink, pinky purple. It's really fun. Those cute deer. I'm excited that I've finished this project. I thought it'd be fun to show you each one. So for the last time, this is January. This is February. Those cute squirrels. March. Each one was a different color, same fabric, same border, different colors. Let's have a little sheep in them. This is April, very springy. Little bunny rabbits, purple and green. Pretty. This one's May, one of my other favorite ones. The colors of these ones. The snails, come on. And I really enjoyed the centerpiece, like these branches and leaves. That was so fun to stitch. This one's June. Beautiful colors, butterflies. This one's July. Bumblebee. And then August is the only one that's been made into anything yet. So this was something I made with Erica. It's a portfolio. My best friend and I made this together. She's very talented and knows how to put colors and things together. So yeah, this is the month of August, and it was August when we had made this. So that was really fun. I love those kitty cats. And I don't know if like I'm gonna finish them all like this. They'll be just like different styles, project bags. This one's September. I do have a sewing machine, and I have, I've done a little bit of sewing. And I know there's some really great videos out there that show you how to make a project bag. And I just need to dive into that world. I need to get some fabric. I thought it would be kind of fun to bring these with me to like a quilting store and to find fabric for each one and make them into something. This is October. Mushrooms. Sort of a brighter fall colors. And then this was November. How fitting for Owl Forest Embroidery to put some owls in their design, really cute. So that's all done. And now that I've finished it, I was like, I love Owl Forest, and I only have a couple patterns. I have the stitch alongs that I've been doing. There was Emerald City, which I'm getting close to a finish. I have maybe 2 parts left in that one. And then I have Treasure Island, which you can see up here, also getting close to a finish. And then I had shown you last time, 100 Owls. And I thought, since I finished an Owl Forest embroidery, let's do it, let's start a new one. And I had mentioned in my last video how I was going to stitch this. I had fabric and I had looked at the chart and looked at what current Owl Forest embroidery threads I had left over from other kits, because I love using what I have. And I was shocked to find out how many colors I actually did already have that had plenty enough that I could get a start on this, or almost, you know, use up the colors I have. And I was reached out, a couple of viewers had reached out to me and said, Samantha, I have stitched 100 owls and I have leftover floss I would love to send you so that you can continue stitching. Because I was gonna wait for Erica, Fibers and Floss Canada, to send me her leftovers so I could get going on this. So I just want to say thank you to those that have reached out to me. I have reached out to one viewer and had said thank you. I will definitely take you up on your offer. So I'm waiting for those to arrive. But I thought, I have some colors, I have fabric, I could get a start. So here is 1 out of 100. 1 owl down, 99 left to go. I started in the top left-hand corner, which I also think would be a fun way to do this stitch, you know, to work my way across the top and get to the center and then do the big owl. Like, this is typically where a lot of people start in the stitch along, is they'll start with the first owl. But I've started over here and I'm gonna work my way across, work down, work across, that sort of thing. And then I can, you know, count down to 100. Who's here for this? It's gonna take me a long time to stitch 100 owls, but I'm really excited about it. First one down, really beautiful. Yay. So I'm just excited to have another Owl Forest embroidery to continue stitching, you know, to have fun with their patterns. It's really fun. And then I have 2 more to show you, 2 more patterns. So this is a stitch that is currently on my Q-snap right now. This is a stitch that I hadn't touched in 2024 that needed to make it, you know, get around. This is Muka. And Muka, I've said it before, she's one of my favorite Mirabilias. When this came out, oh my gosh, I couldn't get to the store fast enough to get my hands on this copy. 2018, she came out. It says on the sticker, the 25th anniversary, it says 25 years. I wonder if this was just the year that she celebrated 25 years. Well, I know there's a few charts out there that are from the anniversary that were re-releases. Yeah, there was like 5 of them, I think, and this was just a release in 2018. Love her though. So here I am. Look at her colors. Oh my gosh. She's in the Q-stop right now because I'm not done with her yet. I want to do some more stitching. This past week, I have been back and forth from the cabin with my family, and Muka's been on my stand here at home, and I've been putting in some stitches, and then we go to the cabin, and then I'm like, I'm working on a bumblebee by Nora Corbett as a little side project that me and my girlfriend are working on. So yeah, I've been kind of going back and forth. Something easy at the cabin and then come home and work on Muka, but I'm not done with her yet. I have some goals for myself. Where I am right now is right about here down is a page break. And if you've stitched a Mirabilia before, when the page, you know, you got to flip it over. And then sometimes you're going back and forth to kind of, you know, where are you and the next color you need and that sort of thing. So that's kind of where I am right now. Last time I had worked on her, I had finished up all of these brownie copper colors. That part of her bedding is done. And that was a little back and forth in between the page break. And now I'm doing the top part. The blanket up top here. So I think I was right about here, and I've done this part so far, but I want to go across a little bit more to get past that page break and be able to tell where I am, sort of thing, before I leave it again. But I do want to get to the other side of the bed because I've done a lot of her stitching in the bedpost where she's at, Muka, and I want to get to the other side where that big giant pillow is. and get the other side of the bedpost in. There's lots of stitching in this project, but oh my gosh, she's gonna be amazing. One of my favorites, Mooka. Okay, and the last project I want to share with you, my latest update, is a stitch along I'm stitching with Erica, Fibers and Floss Canada, for the Year of the Dragon Sal. This is my Teresa Wensler, the Storyteller. So since the last video that we did together in the beginning of June 10th, when we released the video, I have made more progress. I'm really proud of myself because I'm trying to get more colors into the design. Last time you saw this, it had, you know, the blues and greens, but all this yellow is new. And you know, actually looking at it, doesn't look like that much, but that took me a long time. There are probably five different colors of yellow as I've gone through here, and there's more yellow to do. And what I'm dying to get the pinks and purples in there just to see it on the fabric and to be a part of the dragon. Oh, look at his neck and face. The little hand here, this picture's a little bit better on the back. The little, like, the hand under the chin. This is so fun. Yes, I want to make some more progress on this, but a Teresa Wensler is a slow burn. Really, really enjoyable to do. Sometimes difficult, but rewarding. Like when you make progress on your Teresa Wensler, you're like, wow. I kind of want to spend some more time with this before the next month. Erica and I do a video every month, and I want to get some more of this border in. I've just kind of got the outline, and there is a ton of stitching in this. The border is full with I think there's specialty stitches in the corners, like in here, but it is full of color and twists and turns, and like this picture doesn't do it justice. It's hard to make out what it is, but there are purples and blues and greens, pink, and then almost like a twist, like a knot in between each section. Really cool. So I would love to get some of that in so I could bounce back and forth, do a little bit of border, do some of the dragon, and just kind of go back and forth. But there's 4 pages. It's broken up into 4 pages, and this is page 1. I stitched the border to that point, but I want to be careful of, not doing a complete page break all the way across, right? In both directions. So what I have done, you can see a little bit here, is when the page broke here, while I'm grabbing a yellow and I'm working my way down, if that color extends a little bit farther, I flip the page and go find where I am and stitch the last few stitches of that color to keep going. But I'll show you the picture again. Where I am, see the pink in his wing, how it changes to a purple? That's where the page break is. So it's kind of like there's not a lot to, like when you get that color, and there's only goes down to about here, and then it changes to a completely different color. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but it's challenging. You got to go slow and think about it. And I've just been grabbing one color at a time. I go to the top. Where's a space in my stitching? Figure out what symbol that is in the color, and then stitch that color and try to get it in there, and then move on. That's kind of what I've been doing, but having a lot of fun. So hopefully next time you see that in July, I'll have more progress for you. Whew, that's everything. 1 hour, great, I did it. I always have a goal for myself to try to get to the 1 hour mark. I enjoy watching 1 hour long videos. What about you? Please let me know what you prefer. A 30-minute, sometimes people like that quick, show me what you've done this week and move on right to the next one. I kind of like to, when I have my favorite people that I like to watch and I'm ready to stitch, I don't want to keep trying to find a new video, right? Like after I'm done that one, it's kind of nice to just stitch and spend time with one person for a good chunk of time. That's kind of how I am. And if you're, enjoying this video and you made it to the end and you're like, okay, what should I watch next? I'm going to list a few people that I've talked about below. Like I had mentioned, Lucky Chance Stitcher, you gotta go see her video. You should go see Laura if you haven't seen her her finish on Stargazer, Lala D Stitches. Go watch that video. So I'll link a couple of options for you that I think you will enjoy. All right, everybody, I will see you again soon. Bye, take care.